Let's open up the Excel legacy file. Here I'm going to use the existing worksheet 1 for the bank accounts list. After renaming the bank account tab, go to Table Summary and add the table name. Remember, it has to be the same as the tab. Add the English description and drag down the toolbar to include the bank accounts list. Let me quickly fill up the Jap and Chinese description. Click it to move to bank account list, switch it to English, and start typing in the fields. Before that, I changed the table design a little bit, switching the column head to black. Let's make this column bank account number and this one GL account number, GL account name. Alright, let me clean up the data first. The GL account name must be filled in, so I'll make it green. For simplicity, I remove all the existing conditional format. And now let me set the bank number column to green. Now I add the withdrawal bank column for payment-related transactions. Let me drag down the toolbar to include the bank accounts list. And here's the deposit bank, interbank, and the three languages. Let's remove the extra columns and input some dummy data. Go to the first cell of GL account number column and add a list validation that contains these ledger account numbers. That's the list. Also, on the first cell, we add a conditional formatting that depends on the bank number column. Remember F4 to unlock the row number. Not equals blank means enter GL account number when there's a bank number. Let's make it green for input cell. Left click to apply to the GL account number column. There we go. Make sure GL account number is in general format. For the GL account name, we use the index formula to point to the chart of account. Here we simply select the whole table. Usually I Alt-Enter to the next row and continue with our row match using the individual GL account number to match with the reference column in chart of account. Put a 0 for exact match, and for the column match, pick the language from whatever interface and look up the description from the column head of chart of account. Close the bracket, and we are back to the bank accounts list. Let's cut the formula we just did, and then use the if error to get rid of the NA before we paste the formula back. Let me pick the GL account for the bank accounts. Here GL account 1000 is duplicate. Let me go back to the GL account number column and remove the extra 1000 in the data validation. Simply copy and paste the first cell to the whole column to apply the validation. And now we have the correct selection. Let me change the GL account name's language source to that of bank account list, so I can show you the effect of language change within the bank account list. For the withdrawal bank, we can append the GL account number in addition to the GL account name so that it's easier to search in the future. Here we use the same if error method to replace the blank entry with a dash. There we go. We do the same for the deposit bank column. We also do that for the interbank column. For the English column, it's just what you typed on the bank number column. If the GL account name is blank, the English column is blank. Otherwise, it equals the bank number column. Now open up the conditional formatting for the JAP column. We do the same for the Chinese or whatever other language column. The formula is G6 not equal to dash. Now we can move on to entering the description. Before that, I need to enable the highlight feature of the bank account list. Move the cursor to the first cell, Alt-O-D to bring up the conditional formatting. Edit rules. Select cell A6, F4 to unlock the row equals to the title C2. Simply hit Applies to button, and we have the highlight ready. Now I can move on typing the Japanese description. Here I forgot to remove the existing validation, so simply Alt-DL to bring up the validation, allow any values and hit OK. Then apply the validation to the whole column. And continue entering the Chinese description. Once the descriptions are done, we can use the countif method that we learned from episode 7 to create a name range available for bank account selection. On the left side, it's the first cell of interbank column, colon, and then on the right, index to the whole interbank column, comma, and then countif the interbank column, comma, and the criterion is not equal to dash. Just go to whatever cell and Control F3 to create a name range, new, and name it Select Bank Account, and refer to the formula we've just created. Close it and then move to the bank account list. Oops, it should be the vendor invoice. Then go to the first cell of the withdrawal bank. Alt-L to bring up the validation, clear everything, and go to setting. Allow list. F3 for the source. Select bank account. And that's our bank account selection. Copy and paste the first cell to the whole column. And now we can select bank account on every row. However, when I change the language, I still have the English selection. That's because it's based on the language selection from the chart of account. You can feel free to change it. So I'll be just leaving it as it is here. Since we've got the bank account and chart of account ready, it will be much faster when we create the income interface in the next video. Ciao.